Alright, Evo guys. Everybody out there, Go Pet Nation. Everybody on my Facebook, and my YouTube channel. Now, I was talking to one of the gentlemen. He was asking about why would he port his motor, and if he didn't want to get the GP460 upgrade with a conversion. Now, here's your basic 50cc from the Uber scooter, the Evo 2X, and the Evo RX or Uber. I'm going to begin with showing you guys um, some of the transfers on the 460 and the 50cc. And let's get in there. These are quite dirty. This one here is ported by ESP. This is the first head I got, or the first head I bought for the 460 conversion. It's a lightly ported head by ESP. I got it off of DDM. And with this one, as you can see, the transfer ports have been touched. A little bit of grinding up in there. The intake timing, or the port timing, has been changed a little bit by ESP. Also, the exhaust was kind of ported out too. As you can see, the flow of the exhaust, how it just flows smoother. Um, and I'll get in more depth on why you would want to port out the 50cc that you get on your Uber scooter. It's truthfully, it has a lot of restrictions on it. This is another one ported by a friend. I'll show you some more descriptions of that in a second. Now, here's a stock 50cc head, a dual port. As you can see, there's two ports here, 1 and 2. These have 4. Increase more power, a little bit more top end, and just for flow, I guess. I'm not sure all the way. I'm not a porter. I'm not all the way familiar with all that good stuff. But as you see, the ports have been slightly touched as well, but not as much as the other ones. As you can see, you don't see as much. It's yeah, it's kind of just drama free, right? And that's what you'll find in the stock head. It's just untouched, right from the manufacturer. Now, here's a more aggressive port work from a buddy of mine's. As you can see, the transfers have been opened up a lot more. These top notches above that intake, they call those eyebrows. Let me see if I can point them out for you, gentlemen and females and ladies. Those are the eyebrows, and those just help allow for more fluid to go down to the first 2 transfer ports and the rear ports. And you can see the port timing's been upgraded a little bit and all that stuff. So I increase so much airflow and more power when you port the motor. It just livens up the motor. You get more RPMs. Again, that's just having what you want when you get ported. And you see that intake's been ported for more flow. I mean, exhaust for more flow. The intake has been ported for more flow, for atomization, fuel atomization, and stuff of that nature. Now let's break into this big guy, the 50cc. As you see, it's untouched. It's been here for a while. I haven't messed with it. I don't plan to really mess with it yet. He's gonna be a sleeper motor. Nobody's gonna know when I do decide. So let's take her apart. If you guys haven't seen the inside of your motor. So if you look right here, these are restrictor plates that they put in. What is it? The EPA laws wanted to restrict this motor as much as possible for the speeds and RPMs. So if you were to get these ported out, as you can see, that restrictor plate shouldn't be there. It's stopping the flow of the fluids to get into the transfers. You see the same way here, how the restriction plates are there with the gasket. You take that off, now you got something similar to the 460's motor, right? Now, you see if you get that restrictive walls out the way, you have more flow for fluid to get into those transfers and to get into the top of the cylinder and the combustion chamber on the top of the stroke. And that would increase your power on these engines. That's why I suggest strongly to get these things ported. A lot of people just decide not to mess with it, but I strongly suggest that you port these motors. I mean, dude, once you port them, woo! You think you're moving now, man? That thing's gonna reach a lot higher RPMs. It's gonna be able to move fluid a lot easier. It's gonna wake this motor up. I guarantee it. Nah, I'm not gonna guarantee it because you got this coil over here that kind of sets the time. How many RPMs you're gonna get before it hits the top, and all that good stuff. So that's another modification you would have to do your investigation on and do some time with. But these restrictive plates right here stop the flow of your motor, and I'll give you guys an example of why I say that. Here's a half of my 460 crankcase. Now, there is no restriction from the flow, but there's restriction on the flow on this one. And that's what I was talking about, where you want to get the flow and just have it a lot easier for the liquid and everything to flow. Because remember, these are like air pumps. And the more, you let the air blow through something, the better it is, right? So that's what's been holding back these 50 cc's. These 50 cc's are monsters. If you're able to get a good porter that's able to get in there and kind of remove these metal, like, restrictive plates that they put in on the block. And, dude, you guys would be in the game, man. And also, you would have to modify your gasket, because I don't know where to get any of these at. Not even on U.S. Toys or whatever. Loud cars. Sorry, gents. But as you see, like I said, the 50cc is an awesome head. It has an awesome head on it. It's four transfer ports, which is really good for better flow between the pistons. The piston and around it. And you got a dual piston ring motor. Reliability is there for a long time. So you can port these things to scream, dude. And as you see, look, the intake port is all blah, blah, blah. The exhaust port is blah, blah, blah. You see all that gunk because it has no flow. Look at that, how small it is. It's small. You see that? A lot of air coming in and a little bit getting out. You get to having somebody touch these heads, man, and you can end up getting something beastie like this, where your just flow is just immaculate. Look at that. You want to get those motors ported, and then again, look at that. That flow needs to be there. It can't be like this. So to all you Evo guys, bros, I mean this. Get this motor ported if you don't want to do a 460 conversion. It's a very pricey thing. I talked to a gentleman today about it, and it's about, from a DDM, it's about, $475 to do the complete convert, just to get the parts to do the complete conversion. That's not doing all the work as far as drilling through the plates to mount the gas tank and all the other things. And you got to mount them correctly and really tight, or woo, man, you can tear up your transmission. So I had a friend, Ben, he went through that. So in New York. Ben, if you're watching, man, what's up, buddy? So what I'm saying to you guys is, dude, really do your research, get a nice porter, get somebody that really knows what they're doing, because again, look at that. That is an awesome head to work with. You can really get something super done and you be in the game. And alright guys, that's all I got to tell you. Be real wise about what you do with this motor. I strongly suggest porting it if you're not going to do the conversion. Laters. Oh, and any other questions, and make sure you guys put the like button and share. Subscribe. Like button, alright? And I'm out.